Yes, now I started.
Okay.
Okay, so we should not display like this exception message. Why? Because user don't know what is this exception in main thread. You don't know all those things. You don't know COM test manager. You don't know all those things. Just you want to see whether average found successfully or not. If not, why?
Okay.
So you want only two things. If it is succeed, give me the results. If it is failed, give me the result. Give me the reason. If it is succeed, give me the results. If it is failed, give me the reason.
Right.
Then user is happy. If you give this junk message, he will think this is a junk system. It's not responding properly. System is failed. You may understand system is failed. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So to handle these scenarios at runtime, basically the program compiled very successfully. These kind of exceptions will come at runtime. Correct?
Yeah, it's a runtime error.
It's a runtime error. Okay, this is one of the example of runtime error. Correct?
Okay.
It's a kind of arithmetic exception you saw just now here. The exception is arithmetic exception and it is generating at runtime. Correct? To handle these scenarios, what we have to do, we have to provide some mechanism which will catch these kind of errors and which will provide some meaningful messages.
Okay. Which is try catch, right?
Yes. So what I had to do? So which line is causing that issue?
The line number 7.
Correct. So this line number 7, we need to protect or to handle. We need to add some more things to handle these kind of scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What we have to do? There is a syntax. Try, open bracket, and close bracket. So whatever the line you are expecting that may cause some issue, So that particular lines we have to keep under try block.
Okay.
So did you see the try starting bracket and closing bracket, and we have to
Catch.
catch. So when we are catching it, right? So it will throw some kind of exception. See now, right? There is some kind of exception it thrown, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to receive that one. We should not throw it directly. We have to receive that one, and we need to handle that one. It's a developer will handle this one. This block is for developer purpose.
Okay.
Developer will receive that exception. He don't want to throw directly. So how to receive that one? Write a catch, and here we need to receive that exception, right? Say for instance, if you are playing any game, right? Say football or ball, someone is trying to throw the ball, correct? So after that, some other need to receive the ball, right? Someone need to catch the ball, right?
Right.
So in this case, who will throw that ball? JVM will throw that ball. Ball means exception. JVM will throw this exception, and developer need to receive that exception. Developer need to catch that exception. You got it right?
Okay.
In this case, who will throw the ball? JVM. Who need to catch the ball? Developer.
Developer.
Yes. So we have to catch that exception. Exception is a class. We will see more about it later.
That's a default format, right?
Yes, it's a default one. We will see slowly the specific one, all those things.
Okay.
Okay, now let me declare average on the top. I'm not giving average equal to 0. Then let me calculate. Average equal to first default value I had given 0 and average I'm calculating here. After that I'm printing it, correct? So let me print. Let me give here 10. Let me
So
run it.
supposed to be the average result supposed to be 10, right? I mean
Yes.
0.
Initial value is 0. After that, what I'm trying to do? Now I changed the value 10.
Right.
So it's giving properly right now.
Right.
Okay, now let me give the faulty one. So it will fail, right?
Okay.
So if it is failed, the maximum reason is when it will fail only If the total is 0, then only it will fail, correct? Then only this piece of code will execute.
Okay,
At
so
line number 10 will execute only when this line number 8 is failed, then only line number 10 will execute.
okay.
Otherwise,
So,
it will execute rest of the block. Yeah, tell me.
so the scenario is in this code. If the user put the input, if the user input is 0,
Yes,
then the arrow is coming up.
yes, our system will fail.
Right. Okay.
So in that case, we need to tell to the user,
This provided that. Okay, total.
correct? Please provide
Non-zero
total
value.
as a non-zero value.
Okay.
Okay, let me run it now. What we will get. See what it's saying. Please provide total as a non-zero value, correct?
Right.
So we are printing total is 0, correct? If you want, you can print it. If you don't want, you can ignore it. That is up to you.
Right. So if you take up the if you comment out the int average equals 0, that will give the what type of the arrow that will give now.
You want to see the error message?
Yes. For example, you initialize the variable, right?
Int average equal to 0. Okay.
If you comment out that line, what type of the arrow that will provide?
Yes, if you comment out the error, we have to declare the variable, right? Int average.
Okay, so then I am not able to run that.
Yes, yes. Compilation it will not allow. Compiler will not allow you to compile the program. So we have to declare the variable and you have to assign the value here. So now user will understand very clearly, right? Please provide total as a non-zero value. Because of this, you are getting average is 0.
But it's still executing, but it's saying that since you're putting that 0 value, that's why.
Yes, yes. It's program. Our program didn't crash it, right? It executed everything from line number 1 to line number 14 got executed, right?
Everything got executed, but it still is giving the alert to the user that.
Yes, yes, yes. User will now he will get aware. Correct. He will get some kind of alert message. So in this scenario, if you see here, it is displaying in the black color, right?
Right.
So if you want to display some red color, right? So you can give here error. Instead of out, you can give error. We will see this class also later. I will explain you. Just it will display in a red color.
Oh, okay. So if I install system dot sysout, so I output the error.
Yes, yes. Instead of out, there is a error.
Okay. So if I put that, then that will highlight it in the application.
Yes, yes. So there is a lot of background is there for system.out.println. I will explain you later when I'm explaining object class or file handling. So that time I will explain you what is system, what is out, what is println, everything I will explain. For everything there is a meaning basically here.
Okay.
System is a class basically. Inside that, if you see error is a it is a stream. If you see here, right, error print stream is another class again back. Okay. System is a class, and inside that print stream is a class. It is a public static void. It is a static. Did you see this? So that's what you are accessing directly. System dot dot correct, because this is a static. System okay. Dot error correct. Error is an object, correct?
Right.
So we are initializing somewhere down, that you can ignore for timing. And print stream is a class. If you open here, and you will see lot of methods. What one method is print? See how many methods is there. So we are calling println. Print correct? Println correct?
Oh, okay.
System dot error dot println correct?
Right.
And you see there is a method called print also is there. See here print is there, right? Print.
Right.
There is no ln, just print.
Yeah, those are the okay.
So what is the difference between print and print ln? See here, print ln is there. Print is there. You can do print also. It will not give any problem.
Okay.
So what is the difference between print and print ln, Hero? So if you print like this, if you run this program, you will see the difference now. See now what is the difference?
Oh, it get popped up.
Yes. So meaning if you are not saying ln, the next line will come in the same line. Next results will come to the same line. If you say ln, right?
Okay, I see. Okay, so that's distinguish the that's
Yes.
separate.
Next results will go to the next line. Every next results will go to the next line.
Right.
So there is a two methods. So that is up to you. You want to print in the same line or you want to print in a different line. That you can decide it based on that. You can use that function.
Okay.
You got it right. What is system.out.println now?
Right.
Okay. This is clear, right? This simple example. Yes. Now you are asking. You want to know the exception. What kind of exception came? Correct.
Right.
So to know that exception, we need to observe this exception message. So who created this exception? Basically JVM, correct?
Right.
JVM created and it thrown to you.
Hmm.
Then you need to handle this scenario. You need to observe this message, why this exception came. To know this one, what we have to do. So inside the exception, this is the object, right? And we created a variable name. So there is a variable e dot. If you want to print that exception message, there is a message called print stack trace.
Okay.
E dot print stack trace. If you call this method, what it will do, it will print the exception message why this exception came. See here. Did you see this?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So now it's showing the error that why does the exception. If I wasn't printing it out, right?
Yes.
This error will come, right?
Yes.
Now it's giving that.
Let me run it. Everything is displaying red color, so I made it black.
Okay. So now it's saying that why does it came up that error?
Yes, why it failed is displaying entire exception message, and you can write your own message and say the results. So if you see, this is a lengthy message, right? It is taking 2 lines, correct?
Right.
If you don't want to see that message, what you can do, you can comment out this one. Then here, just say colon plus e dot get message.
Okay.
So what it will do, e dot get message, it will give a short description of the failure message.
Okay.
See, what is the short description?
The code description of it.
Yes, /by0.
Okay.
So based on that, you can use what kind of message you want to display.
Right.
But these values you will get only in case of exception. If there is no exception, you will not get all those things.
Okay.
If there is no exception, then this E is null. Nobody created that object, right?
Right.
Then you will get null. So if exception will be there, then only this object will be there. Yes. So far it's clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to.
So I just a quick question.
Yeah.
You put the code in the system sysout that average, right? Concatenate and then average. Can you put the line is in the try catch block?
This one?
Yeah. Does it gonna print?
If exception will come, yes, it will print always. Yes. There is no difference basically.
I can put it in the block, but I can also put it in the outside the block,
Yes,
right?
yes, you can, yes. But now if you see, if you keep here, right, what will happen? If everything success, this line will execute. After that, which line will execute? If everything is success, line number 14, correct?
Okay.
Then where we are printing, we are not printing the results. See now. Oh, okay. In case of success case, I am telling. Let me add here 10.
Okay.
Now let me run this program. Did you see any results?
Nope.
Why?
Because of I put it in the exception.
Yes, exception will not execute in case of success, correct?
Okay, right. It will exception will execute if it's not success.
Yes, correct.
So yeah, so since it is okay.
So
Makes
in
sense.
that case, just to make use common this code in case of failure or success, cut it and paste it here.
Got it. Makes sense.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to introduce, there is another block. Say for instance, okay, let me write some different class so that it is good for you to analyze. So I'm going to write simple another class, new,
Wait.
sorry,
Yeah.
class. So here final demo. So I had given a final, it's a simple class name, and I selected public static void main and finish it.
Okay.
So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to rewrite the same program again back. Okay, let me write a simple method here, public static int get average. I'm writing a simple method. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm taking two variables here, integer sum comma integer total. So here what I am trying to do, return sum by, correct?
Right.
So here I am going to print the values. So sum I am giving as a 1000 and total I am giving as a 10. This program is clear?
Okay. So in the main block, you just printing it out, and then last block. Can you put the last block in the before the main method?
Which block? This one?
Yeah, line number 9 to 11. Can you put that block in between between 3 and 4? It shouldn't be a problem, right?
Oh, here you want to be keep?
Yeah.
That's okay. You can keep anywhere. It doesn't matter. You can keep anywhere. Except in main method, you can keep anywhere. It's not a problem. You can keep
So
anywhere.
the reason that I was just saying, I was kind of thinking the logical way.
Yeah, fine. No problem. You can keep anywhere.
Oh, okay.
So now it is clear, right?
Okay. So now and then I'm executing in the main method.
So now if you execute it, you will get 100.
Right.
Average is 100. Okay, at some instance, you had given 0. So now what happened? Your program is failed.
Because it's not able to calculate.
Yes. Now let me write this one by using different variable instead of writing in one line. So let me integer average equal to, and this one, and finally we will return average. This is clear, right? Just I'm assigning to variable and after that I'm returning it back.
Okay, to the average.
Yes. So now it is failing. So to handle this scenario, what we are doing? We are writing try catch, correct?
Right.
So let me write try. So here this variable is available only in this block, correct?
Right.
The scope of this variable is only in this block. So to make it available to here also, we have to declare outside, correct?
Okay.
Just to declare outside. And it is a local variable, right?
Right.
So this is a local, mean this is inside the method, correct?
Right.
So this is called local variable. If you declare any variable here, this is a global variable.
Right.
So this is a local variable. So whenever you are declaring any local variable, you have to assign default value always. Got it, right? So this is a local variable. This is local variables. It is inside one method, correct?
Okay.
So in this case, you have to assign always default values.
Right. Oh, can you explain one more time? Sorry, I'm kind
So
of.
global variable means, see here, integer x.
I can access it from any method.
Yes,
Any
correct. You can able to access anywhere. See here, for global variable, you don't need to assign any default value.
Right.
So if you declare a variable like this without assigning any value, compiler will not allow you. See what it's telling. See, the local variable average may not have been initialized. So you have to assign some default value for local variables always. But in case of global variables, you no need to assign anything. Compiler will assign that value 0.
Okay.
So to fix that one, I'm assigning some default value.
So you cannot put 10 or something?
You can put anything, no problem. You can put any value, but you have to put some value.
Okay.
We can put 1000 also, doesn't matter, but you have to put some value.
Okay.
So that is the difference between local variable and global variable. This point is clear, right?
Yeah. So if it's like a global, so I do not have to assign a variable, right?
Yes, you don't to put any value. If you want, you
But
can put, not a problem, but that is an optional.
okay.
It is clear, right? This point.
Can you? I'm sorry. Can you repeat the same step? Sorry, just from the beginning again, from package. So I might get a little confused on here.
Okay. So first, right, this is a class, correct?
Right. That's a
If you
class.
declare any variable here, this is a global variable.
Right.
Means this X is accessible under every method, under here, under here. Any method can able to access this variable.
Right.
So this is called as a global variable.
Right.
For global variable, you don't need to assign any value. If you want, you can assign like this. It
And
will
that
allow.
can
If
be.
you don't want also, if you don't want also, fine, no issue.
Okay.
Optional basically.
Okay.
If you will not assign anything, what will happen? JVM will assign as a 0 as a default value.
Okay.
If you want to assign, you can assign 10, no problem.
Okay.
Either assign value or ignore the value.
Okay.
It is clear, right?
Right.
Okay. Now come back to the local variable. When you are declaring any local variable, if you are not assigning any value, the compiler will not allow you to compile the program.
Okay. So you must have to put a variable.
You must have to put some value. Some value. Anything is not a default value. You have to put some value.
Okay.
So in our case, I'm going to add a default value as a 0.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
So now it is clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second. Yeah. Okay, you now you got right the difference between local variable and global variable.
Right.
Okay, now say for instance, now you are handling on some file system. File handling. File handling means what you will do, you will file handling or database connection. So what you will do, you will connect to some database and you will get the record, correct?
Right.
Maybe you will open some file system and you will write the data, or you will read the data and you will come back. Say for instance, you are trying to connect a database system. So that time what happened? You connected to the database at line number 9, or sorry, at line number 12.
Okay.
At line number 12, sorry, line number 11, you connected to the database.
Okay.
When you are trying, you connected. After that, you are processing that records here. Process data.
Okay. So it's pretty much you meant it to be you connect it to the database, but this variable and all the numbers are coming from there.
Yeah, you can consider, yes. Maybe you connected to database and you got the data and you are processing it, correct?
Right.
While processing the data, what happened? Some exception came.
Okay.
Some exception came. Okay, exception came, then you can return the value here. I will first try to understand return 0. RETURN, return 0, return average. You can ignore this value. Now see the program, just I modified little bit difference. See, now if everything is success, we are returning value at line number
14.
14, correct? This is perfect, right? If everything is success, we are returning value at line number 14. Okay, let me first check the success scenario. So we are getting proper results.
All right.
So if everything is success, at line number 14 we'll execute and it will return the results back, correct?
Right.
Say for instance, let me give some 0.